played, pretty well in the last game against Miami and didn't finish it, and that was very disappointing and a little bit heartbreaking for our guys because we've been working really hard the last month, and I just thought that the way they responded, we had a challenging film session the other day and 2 great days of practice, and came in and played about as well as we can play offensively in the game. We had 1 or 2 new little wrinkles that we used in the game that I thought was really helpful. Got us a couple layups, gave our guys some confidence, and then we just played at a very high level in every phase. We had a bunch of assists. We had 5 guys in double figures, made our free throws down the stretch. This was just a really good win against a very good team.
Was the new wrinkle the assault of slip screens?
Yeah, just some different things that we were doing there, yes, against some pick and roll stuff that was good. Yeah.
I guess they were hedging so hard. Is that what you saw
Yeah,
on film?
yeah, just thought that we could get a couple layups, throughout the game, and it helped. And, then you still got all kinds of other plays you got to make. But I thought it just gave us a little bit of confidence, settled us down, and, then you got to play with it. But, we were very good. We did a lot of good things. We shared the ball. We made shots. Our bench played well. We got productivity. Trey came in, and Hunter made a 3. Trey had a couple baskets. Curran obviously had a big game. We played a very good game today, and this is just very satisfying because our kids have been working really hard for the last couple of weeks, really even before Christmas, and just haven't maybe played quite as good, and at times there have been several games, there's probably 3 games where we played pretty well for most of the game, and then just have let leads get away from us, and I thought our freshman guard today, Al, took a big step forward. Honestly speaking, everybody kind of knows he's probably made some really bad plays in about 3 or 4 games at the end, and it's probably cost us. Today he made a bunch of free throws to ice the game, and didn't turn the ball over against pressure or press. So hopefully he's growing up. I thought this was a terrific performance. He went head to head with Markel Johnson and hung in there, against a very, very good player. We just need him to continue to get better, hopefully get a few more guys healthy, and build on this game.
Corinne said after the Yale game, you guys kind of went back to the drawing board a little bit, kind of changed some things up offensively. That's why you
just a little, nothing drastic, more just a couple wrinkles for this game than anything. We had a hard time in the Yale game. Our defense was great. We made some bad plays down the stretch, and then we had a lot of open shots. When you go back and watch the film, it's disappointing because we had a lot of open shots and didn't make them. And, that's hard. It's not, guys are trying, and you can't, it's hard to get mad at guys when they're trying and they miss shots. That's a skill that you just have to get better at and build confidence with. And so, we made plenty of mistakes in that game, but by and large, we in that game and in the Miami game and this game, the last 3 games, we've done better at getting some things done where we need to. But our margin is small. We don't have guys that can just go bail us out. So we have to really execute at a high level. And if we don't execute, we sometimes don't get good shots.
4th game back for Clyde, I guess.
Yep.
Where is he from a physical standpoint?
He's fine physically. He's, he wouldn't be out there if he couldn't play. Do I think he'll play like he would have played if he hadn't been hurt this year? No, I don't. I think I think those injuries take a year for guys to get back to where they probably could have been. But he's obviously a productive player for us because he's older, he's experienced. He does a lot of little things that we just like done because he's been in our program for 2 years that a lot of guys, even the Currans and the Tevins, probably don't have as good a feel for. And, without Jonathan Bear this year, we really only have 2 guys that are kind of like that in Amir and Clyde. And the John Newmans and the Hunters and those guys are kind of getting there. But, those are really the 2 guys that understand exactly what it is we're probably trying to do.
It's been tough the last couple of weeks, just keeping their spirits up and staying focused.
You know what? Not staying focused. and really not their spirits. You know, we have a great group of kids. I mean, these guys are unbelievable students. You know, most of them go to church every Sunday and like work hard and want to be good players, and they don't always understand all that it takes in terms of, you know, the amount of film you probably need to watch, and you know, some of them haven't played enough to know that, you know, if you're not right on top of things, if you're not doing exactly what it is you're supposed to do, unless you're an elite player, you're not going to experience success. And so we've experienced some failure, and you know, we didn't have many guys coming back that have a lot of experience, and so this is kind of like learning as we go. And you know, a guy like John Newman is trying to learn how to play some with his back to the basket and score a basket or two down there to go along with making a shot. And you know, some games it works, and some games he doesn't do very well. You know, Hunter Tyson's learning how to do a couple different positions, and that's probably slowed him down a little because we've got guys hurt, so he's bouncing around some. But this group has been very coachable. They've worked hard. They want to be better. We're all a little frustrated that we lost a couple games where we've played pretty well. We've let a couple games get away. But again, I think we're realizing that, you know, we knew our margin was slow or slim, and it is. We have to play at a really high level to beat the teams that we're going to play in this league. It's just the players are too good, and the games are a little different than overseas. There's not as much space. There's obviously more athleticism here. With the 24-second shot clock, you were guarded a little bit differently, picked up more, and sometimes there was a little more space. And sometimes in these games there haven't been as much space, and you know, we haven't made some adjustments that we need to.